Good evening. Thank all of you for being here tonight. Today is October the 5th, 2021. Our thought for today: a positive mind finds opportunity in everything. A negative mind finds fault in everything. That's by author unknown. I'm going to go ahead and officially call this meeting to order tonight. We're going to ask Commissioner Mason if you will lead us in our prayer tonight. And we're going to ask Commissioner Cowan if you would lead us in our pledge tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Let us. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for bringing us back to this place at the appointed time. Blessing you and praising you for all that you've done for us and all that you do in this county and in this community. God, we ask that as we move forward to do the business, God, that you would bring a level of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to help the leaders lead and guide this community into the right direction. And God, we ask that you can bring a level of love, a level of unity, a level of togetherness, God. We ask that you bless us, keep us, hurt, harm, danger, both seen and unseen. And God, we just ask right now, God, that you go with us as we move forward. And we bless you, we honor you, we give you all the kingdom and the glory. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Again, thank all of you guys for the pledge. Tonight we want to introduce Mr. Patrick Johnson Davis. He'll be with us tonight. Thank you so much for being here tonight, sir. Agenda adoption. There's an item on the report up under the Bicentennial. We need to make that an action item. That item number 15 on the regular agenda. Item 15. The bicentennial birthday bash works display. Get an agenda item. Item number 15. With that changes, guys, I seek a motion that we approve the agenda tonight. It's been motioned by Commissioner Edwards and second by Commissioner Mason. Any discussion? All in favor? Passes 5-0. Thank you so much. Next is citizen comments. This is an opportunity that we allow citizens to make comments about agenda topics only. Agenda topics. 2 minutes to do so. You can please come at this time. Please state your name, your address for the record, please. Topics only. You may come at this time. Thank you. Next is the chairman's report. Tonight we have some special people with us tonight. 4-H. Guys, if y'all would please come on up. They are celebrating 4-H week. They want to give us a little information about what they got going on. Thank you so much for being here.
visitors through our summer program. We also saw, currently we are reaching about 1,200 youth every single month between myself and Ms. Kim. So we are in about 11 schools during the day teaching public speaking and agri-science that aligns to their Georgia Standards of Excellence. We are also offering a statewide program called Adulting 101, whose life does not come with instruction. This is our second year with this program. It's a cooperation between Newton County, Gwinnett, Rockdale, and DeKalb. And we are starting to pick up statewide representation, and we have kids logging in all across the state to learn different life skills that they're not receiving at home or in school. Or sit on something. Tonight, I did want to ask you guys a question or a favor. I know you've received it in your email, and I appreciate you all for wearing your green and support of National 4-H Week. We really appreciate that. But we do have funding to send 16 youth to a junior conference that is held at Rocky Eagle in November. They have to be 6th through 8th grade, or 6th or 8th graders. And I am asking that each one of you, as well as the chairman, select 2 people from your district, Mr. Chairman, could be from across the county, to get them to go to this conference. We are paying for it with a grant, so it is a great opportunity for them to meet with people across the state and get to network and things like that. So we do have this opportunity, and we would love any suggestions or recommendations. Those can be sent to me via email. My email address is cscott, @uga.edu. Also, if you have any questions or concerns, I can help with those. I think that's mostly what we've got upcoming in October and November. Real quick, I just wanted to share that we do have some fall break activities coming up. We are going to go to the Perry Fair to support our 13 kids that are showing livestock fairs. We also have 4-H night and a virtual Adulting 101 coming up throughout October and November.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Guys, we know how busy you guys are, and you know, all the kids, we always see you guys with the kids, and we thank you so much for all that you do here in this community, preparing ways and preparing kids for the future. So we greatly appreciate it. I do have a proclamation here tonight. Guys, again, thank you so much for what you do for the youth in this community. Um, Next, we will have the county manager's report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And actually tonight, I have two certificates that I'd like to present. So actually, if you could come back up for just a minute, please. As many of you, as you all know, Ashley Best is our county extension agent. What you may not know is that she's very, very active in the equine community, and she's actually quite an accomplished barrel racer. So congratulations to her for that. But she put together a publication called The Leading Rein, which you all have in front of you for the public to see. And she won a national award. She is a national winner in the Communication Award category with the National Association of County Agricultural Agents. So we wanted to recognize her and acknowledge that and thank her for all the hard work that she does and for putting Newton County in the forefront in yet another national organization. So we want to thank you for that and recognize you. Ashley, here's a certificate of acknowledgement for you, acknowledging your hard work. Thank you very much. Now I'd like to ask Maynard Carrick with our animal services, one of our animal services officers, to come up. Maynard has been with us for 24 years, and he's one of our field office supervisors. And working in the animal control business is certainly a tough job, and he later done it for 24 years, but we need a round of applause and a pat on the back for doing that. But recently he was recognized for his contribution to the animal services. And he was given an award, and this certificate is a certificate of achievement in grateful recognition for your enduring commitment to exceptional customer service for 24 years with Newton County Animal Service and for being acknowledged by the State of Georgia Animal Care and Control Association with their professional lifetime achievement. So we want to thank Maynard for that, and congratulations on receiving their lifetime achievement.
Come on, guys. Hey guys, we're gonna get a picture. We're gonna get a picture. Yeah, hang on for a second.
And that's all I have for tonight, Chairman.
Thank you guys so much. Next on the agenda is item number 9, the consent agenda. I seek a motion that we approve, please. It's been motioned by Commissioner Edwards and second by Commissioner Mason. Any discussion? All in favor? Passes 5-0. Thank you. Next on the agenda is item number 10, Parks and Recreation purchasing, requesting approval of contract for Bliss products and services for playground at Fairview Park. Mr. Kerr.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This contract is to put in a new playground along with exercise equipment in the Fairview Park that's located over off of Fairview Road in the inside of the Enclave development. Our Parks and Rec Director, Dwayne Mask is here if you have any questions for this. The total cost of the project is $99,981.33.
Any questions, guys? No questions? Thank you. I'll seek a motion, please. Commissioner Henry. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Where we starting that money from? Reason why I'm asking is because I know there was a close to $500,000 that was supposed to Commissioner Sanders didn't receive. So is this money coming out there or where we going from?
The money is coming out money that SPOS dollars that were budgeted to recreation for just generally for park improvements, but it was in the money that was set aside for parks and recreation.
And I just want to follow up question with this information purposes only. How much money do you have to keep it from?
I'm sorry?
How much money?
Is left.
How much money do we have in that fund now?
Do you know, Dwayne, what the stuff is?
I move that we approve the Parks and request for Bliss production and services for playground at Fairview Park in the amount of $99,981.33.
It's been motioned by Commissioner Sanders and second by Commissioner Henry. All in favor? Passes 5-0. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dwayne. Item number 11, GIS Department requesting approval of Inc. Professional Services Agreement for consulting support on a next-gen 911 data readiness project. Mr. Kerr.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is a contract to engage with professional services for a consultant to help us prepare the GIS department for the move to the next-gen 911. This contract will be paid out of the proceeds, or rather out of and by the county and the cities of Oxford. That money is the funds for this will be prorated based on the volume call, which is based on our agreement that we have for charges for supporting the 911 system. Our GIS director, Tim Lawrence, is here, as well as Scott Sirotkin, and they are available to request. And they do have some slides to explain what next-gen 911 is and the extent of this project.
Commissioner, do I have any questions? I'll take a motion, please. been motioned by Commissioner, second by Commissioner Mason. Any discussion? Passes 5-0. Thank you, sir. Item number 12, discussion consideration of SWAT committee. Kirk?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I did receive some of the board members. I don't know if all of you are prepared to name. That's fine. We can postpone this to the next meeting. But if you have your appointment ready, you could go ahead and accept those appointments and make those tonight. So I would ask the board if you we can table this until our next meeting. Go ahead and do it.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Lord, is this time sensitive, or was it, you just have to do it this evening, or could it wait until next evening?
I'm sorry, Mr. Henson.
What I asked you, is this time sensitive? In other words, we need to do it.
No, sir, we don't have to do it tonight. It can be postponed. You know, I would say as long as we have it completed by the first meeting in November. If we need to extend it,
The reason why I asked that question is because I was looking at 2 or 3 people, kind of made my mind up, and then kind of like running around doing a whole lot of other things too, as well. So,
Can you make that in form of motion?
yes, I'd like to make a motion that we table this next meeting.
yes, the next meeting is October 19th, and then the next one will be I believe it's November 2nd.
Yes, I'll make it in form of motion, sir.
Can I get a second, please? Motion by Commissioner Henderson and second by Commissioner Sanders. Any more discussion? All in stand table to our next board meeting. Our next one is item number 13, discussion consideration of in-house attorney counter.
Thank you very much. I'm Patrick Godsetter from Jordan Davis. As you know better than I, that there was a discussion at a recent meeting about offering the in-house county attorney position to Ms. Megan Martin, and I believe that that was made on the 60th to the county, and that's what we're here to discuss today. Mr. Chairman, I'm not aware of all the things that come out. I've not seen it, but do the board, are all the board members?
The board members are familiar with it.
So in order to know how to proceed, I think it's appropriate for the board vote on whether or not business terms are met. And if the board approves that, then we will draft a contract for both the board's consideration and Ms. Martin's consideration. I think that's what the item this evening is for.
So in other words, they need to vote down.
That's correct. Vote to accept the business terms of the counter offer. Obviously be subject to it.
Or deny.
Or deny. Okay. In this case, this matter will be closed.
Have I take a motion, please?
Mr. Chairman, thank you. This is something that I think we have been struggling with for a while. And, when I began, I have my reservation about Gerard and Davis. And as most of you know that, and I'm not here let them to talk about that. I think that's after I make a motion and get a second, if I get a second. Then what I'm gonna do, then I express my concern. I do have concern. And they have, before I get on the motion, I'm a little concerned about maybe, maybe I use myself, maybe support, more. That she was a lawyer. I believe that if we do, and I'm gonna make my own motion county attorney is supposed to work at the pleasure of the board. Not that nobody else, person else is supposed to work at the pleasure of our board. So we're trying to help us in the legal system, you know, of our citizens here in Union County, and make sure our money is being spent appropriately on behalf of the county. So this is the motion that I'm going to make and that I came up with. Whereas the Newton County Board of Commissioners have been represented for the past 6 years by a law firm of Gerard and Davis, with Megan Morton serving as the principal attorney assigned to the Newton County Board of Commissioners. Whereas Gerard and Davis recently notified the Newton County Board of Commissioners that Ms. Morton is no longer associated with the firm, and whereas Ms. Morton has applied for the position of House County Attorney, and the Board of Commissioners wishes to employ her on the terms described in Attachment A. In Attachment A, there was one thing that I thought about. The original agreement was $185,000. And I looked also in the contract that I have attached to that. And if you in the contract, it says something about she wanted electric cars. And she gets the same type of car if she accepts this offer. It's our county manager, Lord. Very nice car. And maybe, going back to the 100 question, maybe in the next, after 2 years or 2 years and a quarter, maybe the Board of Commissioners might want to give her a raise for support. There's support A. And where Morton performed the assistant of knowledgeable and experienced outside counsel. I agree with that. I have my reservation about the Lord Davis. Make that clear. 4.5 years county. He served as a county attorney for 38 years. The county for the Newton County Sheriff's Department 45, and the Newton County Tax Commissioner for 41 years, and is agreeable to expanding the service rendered to the Newton County on a responsible term. Now, therefore, I move that the Union County Board of Commissioners employ Megan Morton I think I'm going to deduct a little bit of the half year from this point forward if this motion is approved on the terms described attached A. Employed Tammy Craig to the Assistant County Attorney in the Board of Commissioners on such terms as approved majority of the Board of Commissioners to be described in a including these matters. Work with the Board of Tax Assessors, right of right-of-way acquisition, special purpose local option sales tax, bond issues, and reapportionment. And if I could, would it fail or succeed? We also want him to work with the American CARES Act. The $10 million that we have in the bank and hopefully distribute to the people of Newton County who are in need. And last one is the Allison property on Columbus Road. The reason why I include the Allison property, when we first got that property, and Mr. Allison was interested in donating the 5 acres, negotiate a contract with Tommy Craig, and we want that contract hopefully to be the same as he's getting negotiated. So, Mr. Chairman, I make that in form of a motion.
Thank you, sir. Long motion. Can I get a second, please? A second. It's been motioned by Commissioner Henderson, and by, Commissioner Sanders. Any discussion? Commissioner Cowell.
Mr. Chairman, I think tonight we've got one issue in front of us, and no doubt that Commissioner Henderson's resolution compensates part of that issue that we've got with the county attorney. I think we're combining things at the wrong time at this point. We've got a issue of to accept or reject a counteroffer. I'm not sure we should commingle it with another issue. Now, that's not to say, and I will say this, not to say there's not any merit to what Mr. Henderson has said. Mr. Craig is already working with the sheriff's department, he's already on the county payroll. So I think there's some merit there to look at, but I don't think this is the right time to look at that. I think we have one issue in front of us to consider. If that subsequent issue, we want to bring that up, then we need to bring that up separately and deal with that as directed in the resolution by memorandum of understanding. I would ask the board to, I'd make a motion that we accept the counteroffer from Ms. Martin, subject to some modifications of the not necessarily the length of time, but some of the benefits.
He can make a substitute motion. I didn't hear a full substitute motion. Right. You're right. But I didn't hear a substitute motion.
Yes, substitute motion.
To just take up the,
That we just deal with the matter at hand, which is that we just deal with the matter at hand with regard to the counteroffer that was presented to us.
so I think that motion should be approve or reject the counteroffer.
Correct.
Go ahead and make the full motion.
Well, I
if you
just
wish
did.
to.
I make a motion that we accept the counteroffer, subject to some modifications in terms of the benefits and things that are in there.
That's good.
Yes.
Motion, by Commissioner Cowell, second by, Commissioner Pepper. Any more discussion?
Further information from the attorney. So the counter offer that Mr. Cowan is referring to takes away from the motion that I had for, and it was to give some support to Megan, because the simple fact is that she had already had support from Jordan Davis. It's just like take somebody who can't swim, throw them out in water, and instead of giving them a life float to help them as they learn how to swim. And it's just not so much about the counteroffer, it's also about the mission. You see, it's about scholarship, it's coming up, and we need somebody to help navigate that trail. And got a few more others, and it's also about us trying to get some help with the $10 million fund, $10 million fund, the National Rescue Fund, because we have no reason to do it. We need somebody to get those out and to get out and help the community. It also is about the $5 million that this board, the Republicans on this board, denied us from having and said that they were gonna negotiate, that's doing stuff, and we had a whole list, that never to get done, and never to be brought back up. It was about getting somebody to help us, district with our particular, needs, and do that. And so I think, you can vote for it, but I'm gonna tell you something, take it away from yourself. You haven't had any help, and you're not gonna get any help if you go at the way that Commissioner Calvin is presenting, to go through. So I just want to say this in closing. Yesterday, I believe, 4.5 years, Roy and Dave brought all this stuff against me. 4.5 years. Said I was stealing, and then came back. And the chairman was gracious enough to ask Ray Lazon, the town attorney, to come and speak to us. And other commissioners in the room, they said, well, why wasn't there somebody locked up? Because all the stuff that David Sawyer, in the report like the Roy and David brought, what was it? It was just a pack of lies. And so only thing what I'm saying is this: be careful what you do, because you may be doing to yourself. And I didn't, I know the time limit on anybody.
No, we're gonna come back to you, but I definitely gotta go to zoning. I apologize, guys, I wasn't looking at the party at 7:40. We got to go back to, we got to go into zoning. I will come back to this matter on the floor. Ms. Judith, do you approve something? Yeah, that's my fault, I wasn't looking at the time.
Good evening, Chairman and members of the board. Tonight, we only have one item before you for discussion, and that is REZ 21-, REZ 21-000007. This property is located at Highway 11 and I-20. The size of the parcel is approximately 46.12 plus minus acres and is on tax map and parcel 112-17. On September 28, 2021, the Planning Commission did hear this rezoning request, and it was recommended approval with staff conditions for a vote of 5-0. Here is an aerial photograph of the property to get everyone to remember where the property is located. Again, it's located on the east side of Highway 11 and the south side of I-20. The applicant's intent, and actually it's not applicant, this is a board-initiated rezoning request that we are looking at tonight. So the intent of the application is to rezone the 46.12 acre parcel from CH Highway Commercial and AR Agricultural Residential to all of the property being CH Highway Commercial. The subject site and surrounding area. The subject site has a total of, the subject site has a total of 46.12 acres and is located on the east side of Georgia Highway 11 and south of I-20. The property currently has dual zonings and is located in Tier 2 and 3 of the Bricksville overlay. This petition is to rezone the entire property to CH Highway Commercial. The property is located to the west across Highway 11 and south are currently zoned commercial with a mix of both commercial and scattered residential properties across Highway 11. Other consideration. There is a current conditional use permit, CUP 21-000002, on a portion of the property. In order to maintain consistency and to further create a sense of place for the Bricksville overlay, staff's recommended conditions incorporate some of the conditions imposed upon the conditional use request. Conclusion. With recommended conditions, staff is of the opinion that the rezoning request to CH Highway Commercial is consistent with the policy and intent of the comprehensive plan and Bricksville overlay. Recommended conditions. Should this petition be approved by the Board of Commissioners, it should be approved CH Highway Commercial. Conditional subject to the owner's agreement to the following enumerated conditions. Where these conditions conflict with the stipulations and offerings contained in the letter of intent, these conditions shall supersede unless specifically stipulated by the board of commissioners. Number one, the owner's agreement to abide by the following. A, there should be a minimum of a 100-foot of landscape buffer on the developed property along the frontage of Highway 11, except for the pavement portions of driveway complete. B, all parking areas shall be on hard surface such as pavement or concrete to prevent any gust impact to neighboring property. C, developers shall comply with all GDOT requirements and recommendations. D, in order to create a source of float and maintain the character of the Bristol overlay, the buildings will be four-sided brick with focal corresponding around all windows and doors. Brick color and bond style will emulate the actual brick surface of the building. In order to assure compliance, building rendering must be approved by the development services prior to issuance of the building permit. E, there should be no buildable necessary underground pumping or underground water infrastructure can be located within the property. Here is an aerial of the zoning map, as you can see, the parcel that's highlighted in blue. There's about 12 acres on the rear that's right now AR, which is an agricultural property. This is an existing land use map that is located in a development node, which means that we get to see these properties eligible for the zoning map. Zoning designation. Here is the watershed. Primarily, this property is going to be a Jordan River watershed. And here is a survey plat of the property, and I brought it back to the aerial elevation. Again, the county is the applicant for this particular request, but there is a need for the public.
Good evening. I'm Richard Myron. I'm here representing James Petroleum Company. We ask that you approve this rezoning. The property that is in question here is all the property, none of the property that is being rezoned front on the highway. We were out on Highway 11. Something that needed to be done in order to develop it. All the property belongs to Mr. Scott Johnson. And then contiguous to that. The developers will be allowed to retain the same time. We worked diligently with Johnson and some of the commissioners, and we have agreed to the terms of the special conditions that have been placed here. And here is the special conditions that were on additional use permit. We're agreeable to them, and we would ask the commissioners to approve that. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This time I'd like to make a motion we approve REZ 21-000007 as stated by our planning and zoning director with staff recommendation.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just want to say quickly, I thought it was going to be what to be next. And we sort of, we came to the agreement. But I thought part of that meeting? Y'all know was it an executive meeting or was it just somebody meeting in the office? You understand? And I guess, what about it?
We had, thank you, sir. We had, at least 2 meetings, I believe, and you probably had more with, Jones Petroleum trying to iron out not only this portion of, the process, but the conditional use permit as well. We had several of those meetings trying to get positioned, both sides, to where it was acceptable to both sides, and particularly the residents of the area. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. So all I asked was our part of it. I asked the board to get this meeting, get the full council.
No, sir, you weren't.
Thank you, that's all.
All in favor? All in favor?
It's hard to make a decision on anything unless you're a part of the meeting and know exactly what's going on. If you're not a part of it, like somebody raise my hand and say it's okay, and I don't know. Thank you, Chairman.
We're gonna go back and let you finish up right quick, so we gotta.
Mr. Chairman, I think I want to finish up, but it won't be quick.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be quick.
Well, I'm saying, show me where I have a time limit, because we don't have one. And I've been around doing this for a while, and I think everybody else has had the opportunity at least to state their concern.
Commissioner, you don't spend 20 minutes on it.
What about it? If I would have spent 10 hours, as long as man, if you were timing like we're doing zoning, I could see it, Mr. Chairman.
Okay,
So,
you know what, go ahead.
well, thank you.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Well, and I'll tell you what my concerns are, especially with Gerard and David. In fact, when the forensic audit was through it, I went and asked how much money would they charge me. And I got it, official record. And it said that we would charge $310,355. It said that we would charge $310,355. But yet, in executive session, the district attorney came, Lady Zorn, she said that they charged me $340,000. So there's, I guess around $10,000 that was unaccounted for. And so, only thing what I'm saying is this: is we're getting representation, but we're not getting what we believe in. And also, and you were there, Mr. Chairman, you were there at the executive meeting. You were there, and one of the things she said was, she stated that she did not believe anybody would be charged with anything. And she was supposed to write a letter stating that my name had been cleared. We never got that letter to put out. It was another around 2 years that I was allowed to be, people come in the horseshoe and talk and say, well, you know, he's stealing or he's taking this or this and that, and there was no merit in it. There were 3 people who were falsely accused. First was myself, second was the former county attorney, and the last one who really got a good windfall, a pitfall of money, was Anthony Avery. And it is not, and so if you got people who won't stand up for what's right, we have to stand up for what's right. And we have to have attorneys who are going to stand up for right. It's not about the money that they may receive, but just speaking up and standing up. We do not have that at this point. Everybody, and I like Megan. Now, I go a step further. I love Megan because I understand what she may be going through because we've been around for each other for 6 years. But nevertheless, I think we will have to, if she's going to be county attorney, have somebody with more about this, what she's doing, especially in Newton County. And so, you know, I know we're going to vote the way you want to vote, or the way the Republicans want us to vote. But, hey, that's all right. You did what you want to do. and you really just putting yourself out the whole deal. Commissioner Sanders.
Thank you, sir.
Commissioner Sanders.
I just want to add on to a little bit of what Commissioner Henderson is stating. As a person, Attorney Martin is great. We've had various conversations. We've talked, we spoke. We talked about various things. We talked about our heritage. I have a half Hispanic heritage, and so does she. So we have talked on many occasions. But as far as representing the county as herself, as one person, I don't think she's capable. Even in the counter offer, which is not really a counter offer, it's an offer that she sent to us. In that counter offer, instead of it being business, she took that opportunity to talk about 3 commissioners in her counter offer, individually, breaking it down. Never came to us, never spoke to us about anything. She submitted a counter offer, not just what she wanted us to accept or what she wanted to offer. She took that time to talk about 3 commissioners in that counter offer. Even with me, Megan Morton has never come to me in regards to a cease and desist that you all may have known about in the paper, of an event that I've been doing for 3 months. She sits right next to me. Has not once came to me and said anything that I've done was against the county. And when I found out the 4 people that complained, it was my predecessor. So she allowed a cease and desist to go out because of the complaints of my predecessor, which lets me know that other forces outside of this board of commissioners is controlling her being, which is also seeming to me that we will not be fought for fairly individually as commissioners on this board. There was a conversation where some commissioners said, oh, she always tells me what's right and wrong. But I've never gotten that opportunity, and I'm new on the board. I'm learning from everybody that's sitting here on this board. If there's something that, I'm not gonna be perfect. When you come in a political official, you're learning just like everybody else. And if there's something that you do wrong, that's what the attorney is sitting here to inform you of those things that you're doing, right or wrong, to protect the county. And with that counter offer talking about elected officials that she's looking to receive a vote from, talking about them, that shows the unprofessionalism and that she's not capable to be able to handle this county as herself. Not only that, there was a letter that was received to the commissioners in regards to a stalking action. Ms. Martin sent me a personal text message to tell me, and Commissioner Henderson, to come to her home to fight back that actual letter. I have all the documents if you'd like to see that for yourself. 10 minutes before that meeting, she calls and cancels. And when I go back to ask her, I said, what are we gonna do about this letter? Oh, I'm not gonna do anything. So all of the commissioners on this platform do not get favorable treatment. And that is the issue in regards to this. Now, if Megan Martin is voted in, I agree with Commissioner Henderson. I also agree with Commissioner Cowan. She's not capable of handling this entire county of 112,000 citizens alone, because she's had the backing of Ken Gerard, who's also a great attorney, who is one of the teachers for ACCG that teaches all of us. She's had that backing of well-known, notable attorneys if she does have a downfall to uphold her. Being as an in-house attorney by herself, she will not have that backing, and that's putting all of the citizens, our financials, everything at risk. I want to break down her actual counteroffer. I took the time, I did tell the commissioners to do so as well, but I took the time to break down the entire counteroffer. And calculating the entire counteroffer for Ms. Megan Martin, she requested $195,000, which was advertised was $185,000. She wants an electric car, which starts at $31,000. So if you calculate all of the things that she wants to encompass or wants to be offered to her to have this position, her entire package would come up to $255,000 a year that the taxpayers will have to be responsible for an in-house attorney. I dug a little deeper and did the research of those counties who have the same population as we do. The attorneys don't get paid that salary. So the offer of $185,000 was comparable. It was actually overextending the amount that's supposed to be offered to an in-house attorney for a non-profit organization. We are not a for-profit organization. These are taxpayers' dollars that we are spending, and we should also be spending them responsibly. So we are responsible for this vote that we make tonight. So I hope the commissioners took the time to look at the package, to look at everything that encompasses, not just because you want a certain person in place, who's going to be the best fit for this county. Has nothing to do with black or white. I'm going to put that out there because it came out of someone's mouth. Has nothing to do with black and white. If you happen to look at the candidates that applied for this position, majority of them were minorities. So if somebody would have been picked, it would have been a minority. Miss Martin is a minority. So I want to make sure that we put that out there straight so we get these facts straight. It's not about a color. It's not about who the person is. It's about capability of being the county attorney, running our county, also being fair amongst all the commissioners and taking care of everyone in this county fairly. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Commissioner Mason.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I appreciate all the comments that have been made by my fellow commissioners. I would like to take this opportunity to kind of redirect us back to the actual agenda item. The agenda item is to discuss or consider an in-house attorney counter offer. I believe that we should address that particular concern. Back in December of 2020, this board made a decision to put together a legal department. With that legal department, it will actually entail more than one county attorney. It will be a lead attorney. It will be a second chair attorney. There will be paralegal / administrative assistant. So we're not at this point talking about only having one particular person to run the legal department for Newton County. There will be more than one. And so what I would like to ask of this board tonight is there is currently a motion on the floor. There is also a substitute motion on the floor. I believe that what we need to do is vote on the substitute motion, whether we're going to accept or deny this counter offer. If it is approved, we move forward. If it is denied and we don't offer or don't accept this counter offer, I believe what we need to do at that particular point is go back to the drawing board, open it back up, allow any attorney, no matter who they are, to submit their resume, submit their credentials and qualifications through the RFP that we set up,
So
regardless of who that is.
Yeah, so let me get you. So, and then you can finish.
Yes.
So if the board votes to not accept this contract tonight,
Correct.
we automatically go back to receiving applications.
Correct.
So I want to make sure we got that on the floor, because I know that was
Yes.
something that Commissioner Henderson wanted to make sure that we had on the floor. So that is something that if the board don't accept this contract, then it automatically go back to start receiving applications. But I'm sorry, go ahead and finish.
Correct. And thank you, Mr. Chair. That's basically what I'm saying. I think we need to vote on this counter offer. And then once we vote on the counter offer, then we move forward in looking at if we accept the offer, we move forward. If we deny the offer, then at that point we open it back up for interviews. And I think that's the item at hand, and that's what we need to focus on. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
I'm ready to call for the vote. Ronnie, you want to restate your motion, please?
Okay, my motion is to accept the contract, the counter offer from Ms. Martin, subject to some modifications that would be worked on between I guess, the county manager and HR and some of those issues there. Not, as far as the salary and, time frame, I'm fine with that. So, whatever modifications they need to make, and they can work that out jointly.
Yeah, so you're making that motion?
Yes.
to
Motion to accept
to
the counter,
approve
motion to accept her counter offer at this point,
with stipulations,
with some modifications to
modifications,
the,
okay, okay.
benefits that was requested.
So, if I could clarify, you're specifically approving the salary and the term,
Yes,
but the remaining benefit,
yes,
you would leave that open to,
yes, because those are county benefits and they're handled by HR.
So I think the salary of what we, of 185 is what you,
Whatever's in the counter offer, I don't know.
okay,
Okay, if y'all want to modify that, that's fine with me too.
okay. So that can be modified. That can be modified, the salary.
it was 195.
But I'm saying he asking for it to be modified.
Are you moving to set 195 or reduce it to 180?
I'd go with 195 just because of the mental health of people having to be a county attorney for Newton County.
That's 195,000 for a 2-year.
It ought to be called hazardous pay.
That's 195,000 for a 2-year term.
Yes.
Can I get a second, please? Yeah. Hold on. Go ahead,
I
Mr.
just
Attorney.
wanted a clarification on the salary. That was per year for a period of 2 years. Okay.
Can I get a second, please? It's been motioned by Commissioner Cowan and second by Commissioner Edwards. Any more discussion? All in favor? All opposed? That offer failed. 3-2.
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Henderson.
I would like to withdraw my motion. For that, the first one you made, we're still gonna act on now, I want to withdraw it.
That motion was made and seconded before, that motion belongs to the board. The board will have to vote on the request.
Could you, if you would be so kind, is to give me some paperwork on that too after the meeting? At your earliest convenience.
I can show it to you.
Okay.
Let me show you right now.
Yeah, we gonna go on while y'all doing that.
That's correct. Once a motion is made and seconded, it can only be withdrawn by the whole board. Well, no, we revert now to the original motion. That original motion the commissioner made is back on the table.
Yeah.
And if that motion is to be withdrawn, the board needs to authorize that withdrawal.
So do you want to proceed forward with your motion that you
No, I do
originally
not.
made? So wait a minute. Wait a minute. No. You want to
He
withdraw
wants to
your
withdraw
motion.
the motion.
So you don't want to vote on your motion. Okay, he just want to completely withdraw his motion.
Okay, give me one moment. I'll read this section to you.
There's no reason doing it. I believe just make sure you give me a copy of it. I'll leave a copy. We don't want to prolong these long meetings.
Thank you, sir.
So you'll vote on the motion to withdraw.
So it was a motion by Commissioner.
You can second the motion and then vote.
It was motion by Commissioner Henderson that he want to withdraw. It was second by Commissioner Sanders. Any discussion? All in favor? All in favor? All opposed? All right. Pass 4-1. Thank you. Item 14. Approval to adopt resolution 10052 021, a resolution by the Newton County Commissioners recognizing E911 telecommunicators of Covington E911 Center as first responders and part of the critical infrastructure for public safety framework. Mr. Kirk.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This resolution that I would like to read, I see we've got quite a few folks here from the 911 center. As you know, the 911 center is staffed by city employees, but it is a joint city-county operation. But what we'd like to do is to recognize the 911 telecommunicators as an integral part of the public safety infrastructure. And so I'd like to read this resolution and have it adopted so that into the record. A resolution by the governing authority of Newton County, Georgia, recognizing E911 telecommunicators of Covington.
Hey, Mr. Kerr,
Yeah,
let me,
bring them all down. That'd
yeah,
be
let me
good.
bring them
Yeah,
down
let's
first.
do that.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And Trudy, maybe if you could come up for just a minute. Trudy Henry is our director of 911 Center. She's been with the city of so it's quite a feat to be there. It's probably one of the most stressful jobs that there is, not only in the county but in public safety, is working at a 911 center. So anyway, if you haven't met Trudy or haven't seen the center, I encourage you to go by and see the operation.
Is that better? I tried
Thank you so much. I do want to say to you and your city, y'all do a great job. Part of our leadership team is actually listening to 911 calls, and I, we definitely support our officers. But I want to tell you guys some of the calls that I have here, and I tip my hats off to you because we oftentimes say I don't know how I did it. Go home at night and we have to do so much stuff. But you guys are the same. To get that, you are the first call that's received. And, I heard one call, and I hope I don't get in trouble for saying this, but I heard one call, and the little kid, I won't go into all the details, but the kid was just in, it was a bad situation. And that 911 caller talked to that kid and helped that kid, and parents was had took their life, and so I tilt my hat off to you guys. I just want to say that I tilt my hats off to y'all. Y'all do an excellent job. Thank you for what you do in this community. Thank you, and we appreciate you, Commissioner Sanders. Yeah.
I had the opportunity to sit with Miss Trudy and her staff for a whole hour. And I want to say I respect everything that you do, all the buttons that you press and all the stuff you have to retain and the 2 and 3 screens you have to look at. I really appreciate it, and everything that comes to you guys, you deserve it. And thank you so much for allowing me to come into your family that day and learn from you all. And I thank you so much for your service to the county.
Thank you. Y'all are all welcome to come visit anytime. They do take some calls that are heart-wrenching at times, and that's part of this kind of push nationwide is they deal with the same trauma that the officers who go out on the scene and actually see it.
Yeah.
They just hear it, and then they make that own visual in their head, and they never get, like, the end. They never know what happens. So it's kind of a, just a loose end. They don't know. There's no resolution to anything they do.
Yeah. Wow. Well, thank you again for all that you guys do. Mr. Kerr, go on up, sir.
A resolution by the governing authority of Newton County, Georgia, recognize E911 telecommunicators of Covington E911 Center as first responders and part of the critical infrastructure of the public safety framework. Whereas the Newton County Board of Commissioners recognize that public safety telecommunicators are part of the critical infrastructure of the public safety framework, and whereas the county recognizes not only are they first responders, they are the first responders, and these selfless individuals make life-saving split-second decisions on a daily basis in order to provide proper response to emergencies. And whereas the county recognizes E911 telecommunicators provide care and compassion to our citizens in their worst and most horrific moments, and many of these calls leave a traumatic effect on the telecommunicator. Acknowledging that PTSD and vicarious trauma are real issues in the E911 profession, and whereas the county recognizes that E911 telecommunicators go through an extensive background check, including a suitability screening, polygraph, and must attend a state training academy, along with an extensive 22-week interdepartmental training program. Additionally, telecommunicators are required annually to complete 20 hours of continuing education, which exceeds the state requirement of 8 hours. Whereas the county recognizes our telecommunicators perform their duty with no formal protections or offers of individual immunity, and that in the course of their good faith efforts, their public safety response that communities rely on is not recognized by the federal government as a protected classification. Despite all the requirements they must meet to work in this position, the Federal Office of Management and Budget classifies this group of individuals as clerical staff, but we dissent, and now therefore be it resolved that the Newton County Board of Commissioners recognizes public safety telecommunicators are far from just clerical and supports the national movement to reclassify telecommunicators as first responders and truly recognize the work that they do. Additionally, the Newton County Board of Commissioners supports the 911 SAVES Act to properly classify the profession of E911 telecommunicators, adopted by the Newton County Board of Commissioners this 5th day of October 2021. Newton County Board of Commissioners, Marcelo Baines, Chairman, Jackie B. Smith, County Clerk. Thank you.
Thank you so much, yeah. Yeah. Before the board make a motion on this, we are gonna get you an official copy, so it will be on our letterhead and all of that. We'll get it to you guys. All right, thank you. Guys, I seek a motion, please. Thanks, you guys. Yeah, thanks, you guys. It's been motioned by Commissioner Edwards, and I think it was seconded by Commissioner Sanders. Any discussion? All in favor? It passes 5-0. Thank you guys so much. We greatly appreciate you. Guys, next we're gonna have the bicentennial presentation. We're gonna ask if our bicentennial team would please come on up.
Good evening. Is this on? Is this on? Good evening, everyone. My name is Walker Hughes. This is Latanya Hemp, and this is Brian Fazio. We are here today on behalf of the Bicentennial Committee. The Bicentennial Committee has had a full year of activities to a positive response and appreciation from the community. Thank you all for your participation in our Bicentennial District Cleanup Days and our movie nights. We truly appreciate you sharing the activities on your social media platforms and within your districts, and ask that you continue to support whenever we have bicentennial activities. Time is flying by, and we are enthusiastically preparing for our bicentennial birthday bash on December 18th. To culminate our year-long celebration, we have begun the planning process for the celebration, and we want to share with you some exciting information. Now, I invite Latanya to continue with our presentation.
So here is the fun part. We are nearing the end of the year, end of the quarter, and we have been doing, of course, as Waka just mentioned, bicentennial events for our 200-year birthday anniversary. And so with any good celebration, we are looking to do our fireworks. We have followed the process. We have gone through, I know we love our policies and procedures, so we went through the purchasing policy to find the company that works best with us and for us, and of course we found Pyrotechnico, and of course they bring to us, I did do a little pamphlet that is sitting on your desk, and of course we're very familiar with this company. They bring us 130 plus years of experience, award-winning experience. We did go through and get 3 quotes, of course, as required, but they were the best company. They are providing us with, I want to say, a 12 to 15 minute display, which is generally the standard. 20 minutes or longer is extreme, but this event is going to be the event of the year. It's going to take about, again, I mentioned like 15 minutes. It's going to actually start with 24 opening shells for the beginning, 324 show shells, which is a total of 348 total shells that are going to be displayed during the show alone, which gives us the magnitude of practically a Macy's Christmas tree lighting display. So what we are normally accustomed to for our 4th of July celebrations, that is really what we're going to be expecting for our bicentennial, just maybe about 5 minutes shy because of the fee. The finale alone is about 420 shells just by itself, giving us a total of 768 total shells that will be shot off that night. The good part about that is this particular company is also going to offer us, to go along with this package, the 200 symbol to let us, it's going to shoot off the lights and everything, and it will actually honor our 200-year bicentennial. So we are super, super excited. The bill that goes with this, if you dip on in there, the bill that goes with this, of course, we do need your vote and we need your support, but since we do our 4th of July celebration every year, it's not anything we're surprised about, but the asking fee is $20,000. But the good news is you only turn 200 years old one time. So this is our first and only time in our lifetime that we will ever be presented with this type of opportunity. And again, we all live in Newton County. We all love Newton County. This is where we work, live, and play, and we want to make sure that this celebration is one that everybody, 112 to 15,000 people, remember for their anniversary and their birthday. Of course, along with the fireworks, we will also be having giving away cakes, cupcakes individually wrapped to make sure that everybody feels safe, but it's going to be a humongous, successful birthday bash to go on top of everything that you all have done for the course of the year. So, of course, if you all have any questions, feel free to ask.
Thank you all. Guys, let me just say real quickly. Hey guys, let me just say real quickly that this team has been working extremely hard, and they've been trying to put things together through COVID. They've been trying to make sure we do some of the things that we can do with the citizens of this community to get them involved, and not just fireworks, but even with cleanups. And I just want to thank them. And I hate to do it tonight because the rest of your team is not here, but I want to thank you for all that you have um, done this far, just this far. Y'all have really put some amazing projects together, and you're right. We only turned 200 one time. So again, thank you so much for all that y'all do. Yeah. Now, question. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Commissioner Edwards.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So I just want to echo what the chairman said. Um, I know from experience what you guys have done, the whole team has done over the past year it's not easy. It might be relatively easy to grow the enthusiasm, but to maintain it is a challenge, and I know you've seen that challenge, especially during this pandemic. But I want to thank you all, you three in particular, but the whole team, for doing what you've done to help us celebrate my county's 200th birthday. And it's very, very, I know you didn't have to do it, but I appreciate you doing it so much, and it's been wonderful, by the way.
We appreciated it. We really did.
All right. Any questions, guys? We're gonna seek a motion. I seek a motion, please. It was motioned by Commissioner Henderson, and for the record, it was second at the same time by Commissioner Mason and Edwards. Any discussion? All in favor? It passes 5-0. Y'all, thank
Okay,
y'all
and
again. Thank y'all so much.
we have District 5 cleanup on October 16th, 8:30, and then we have the movie, our final movie of the year, movie night, Goosebumps 2, that was filmed here in Newton County, and it is on the 23rd at 7 p.m. Yay!
Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. I greatly appreciate you.
And don't forget to buy bricks.
Oh yeah. Hey, come back. Yeah, come back. Y'all, let me do this. Y'all, give me 1 second. Let me do this. Can you tell us about the BRIC program?
Oh,
Y'all bear with us 1 second. I promise you won't take long.
oh yes. Thank you so much, Chairman. So one of the activities that we put forth as the Bicentennial Committee is we're calling it the Legacy Brick Project. And what it is $75 for a brick that will be placed at what will be called Bicentennial Park. And you have 25 characters on a brick where you could just memorialize yourself, your family, the county, your business, fraternity, sororities, whatever. So, and we'll be placing those bricks at Bicentennial Park. And we're still looking for people to purchase those. You can find the information on our website, and $75. Oh, I'm sorry, yes. The Bicentennial Park is actually right where the administration building is, you know, where the benches are, where the rotary benches are. Okay, that will be called Bicentennial Park, and that is where we'll be placing those bricks. So we have a design. We're really excited about that. We're working with the local I guess it's a paver company that's going to do the bricks for us. So we're really, really excited about that. And you can purchase bricks up until November 18th. November 18th. Oh, yes. And there's a time capsule. Oh, yes. We have a lot of things that we've been working on, yeah. So another thing is that each one of the municipalities will be presenting to us items that they'll place in a time capsule. And so we'll be presenting that at the birthday bash too. So it's a lot of great things that's going on in Newton County. A lot of people are looking at Newton County right now. So we appreciate all of your support.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey guys, next we have citizens' comments. This opportunity we allow citizens to make comments. You may comment this time. Please state your name, your address for the record, please. You have 3 minutes. You have 3 minutes to do so. Please state your name, your address for the record, please. You may comment this time. Anyone want to make comments? Going once, twice. Thank you. Commissioner Edwards. Thank you, sir. Commissioner Mason. Thank you, sir. Commissioner Sanders. Thank you, ma'am. Commissioner Henderson.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. You're right, Mr. Button. It's one thing that I forgot to mention, and and what's the date is on August 19, 2021.
I wrote a letter and to our county manager. And what I said was, thank you for providing me with the forensic audit records regarding the Nelson Heights Community Center. They have been very helpful. I also want to express my appreciation to the county attorney, Megan Morton, for always providing information that I have requested. However, I still have a couple of questions that I don't believe have been answered, particularly that I would appreciate a response. If I remember correctly, the former chairman Keith Ellis requested a forensic audit regarding $500,000 missing funds from the Public Works Fund. The board unanimously approved the audit, the forensic audit, but I don't understand how it went from the request of missing Public Works funds to auditing Nelson Heights Community Center as well as other departments, recreation, and then at that particular time the county attorney. Correct me if I'm wrong, or if I am mistaken, but was the commingling, in other words, was the SPOS funds and the SPOS fund impact fee, were they commingled, which I understand is against the law. In other words, you're not supposed to commingle funds. I question why this was not investigated, and it was even mentioned in the forensic audit and made part of the forensic audit. I also understand that this money has now been reimbursed, because at the meeting we were told, when I was listening, I said, I reimbursed the money. I said, well, who authorized it? To the correct funds. I would like to know who authorized the commingling of the funds in confirmation that a policy, and I would like for the commission to have a policy being established and approved by the Board of Commissioners to prevent this from happening in the future. Once again, I would like to thank Ms. Morton, what you do for Newton County, great county she is, and look forward to a response for my question. And so once again, I ask the question, who authorized the commingling of those funds? And I never did get an answer. And I think I deserve an answer. And so what I'm gonna do, I'm about to, Mr. Chairman, is ask that the clerk do me an open record request for the answer to the questions that I've asked. And I sent this letter to all the commissioners. And I deserve an answer as a Board of Commissioners member. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, sir. Commissioner Cowell. Thank you. Guys, I will have tonight, I think, a motion that we adjourn. Been motioned by Commissioner Sanders and second by Commissioner Mason.
If you wanna say
All
it,
in
I don't
favor?
know.
All in favor? Thank you. Thank you so much. We stand adjourned.
Oh, I'm sorry.